Hi, you guys. It's Shauna from SBell Wellness. I wanted to come today and share about putting essential oils and natural solutions into routine. So, when I first got it started really kind of putting oils more into my routine, there would be days where I was like, oh man, I forgot to do that. And so I started to really practice some things that I think are important to share with you so that you can feel like you're getting them in routine, because that's key with the essential oils, to really make sure that we are getting those physiological benefits that we want from them. We do need to be using them in routine. And so I thought I would just share a little bit about some tips on how I have been able to do that. And so we'll start out kind of maybe just like going through targeted times of the day where we already are doing things in routine. Because I feel like if you can attach it to certain things you're already doing that are already habit, you're going to be able to easily do this. I think some of the literature out there says it takes like 21 days to put something into habit. So you definitely want to continue to build on that and make sure that you can benefit those things in a routine basis, and then they just become like your norm. You don't feel like you're working at it at all. All right, so when I get up in the morning, what I like to do is to take my supplements. I take them about like 15 to 20 minutes before I'm going to eat. That just has worked best in my body. I just have tried a couple different ways. So those supplements I'm talking about for the morning are the Lifelong Vitality. So some of you may have already attended a class and heard about those. Some of you may already be taking them. They are wonderful supplements. You're going to have your Microplex VMZ in there, which are going to be your multivitamins and minerals, whole food complex. And so those are really going to allow our body to get what it needs from a nutrient standpoint. And then the Alpha CRS in the Lifelong Vitality, those are your energy and your just overall vitality. And then the XC Omegas are in there, and those are going to be your omega-3, 6, and 9 that you want to make sure you're balancing for brain health and so much more. So that's the Lifelong Vitality. I do take half of a dose, and that's just been best for my body. There's some new literature out about that as far as different body types and weights and that sort of thing. So if you want that information, reach out to me and I can share that with you. But I take those right away, and then I go around and fill a couple of the diffusers in our house. And how I pick the diffuser blend that day is just really kind of what I'm feeling, what I need to get done, that sort of thing. Like today I chose Elevation. I just love this blend. It's a joyful blend. It has wonderful combination of just like florals and citrus and woods, which are all just my favorites. And so I love Elevation. And so that went in our diffuser in our family room where we spend our time during the day or at night. And then in the front room, I put in eucalyptus, lavender, and grapefruit. And those are just awesome to clean the air and really set the vibe. It really kind of gives that spa vibe, which I absolutely love from the diffuser. So those are the choices I made today. You can make a million different choices for whatever is going on for you. But that's kind of how I choose. And then go about my routine, right? So when we get ready in the morning, I'm using lots of doTERRA products over time. When I start to run out of things, I would swap them out because I knew that from a lot of reading that I had been doing that, there's just so many chemicals in the products we're using. And it's really like our body's like a silo, and our body's just like filling up and filling up and filling up. And eventually it overflows, and that's where we get the symptoms and the illness and all of those things impacting our body. And so over time, I have been switching those out. And so, the products I use in my shower, the products I use on my skin for moisturizing, toothpaste and mouthwash, deodorant, all of those things So super great to, swap those things out and um, be able to have those different products that you can swap out in your routine. So that's kind of what I do in the morning. I have a blend that I have been targeting some thyroid things going on over time for me. And so I use this lemongrass and myrrh as part of that morning routine right over my thyroid. So if you have, you might not be dealing with thyroid things, but you might be dealing with something else that you're using oils for. So I'm just kind of talking about like how you can put those in at certain points in your day to make sure that you're doing them on a regular basis. And so that's pretty much like what I would do in the morning time. Oh, actually, I needed to tell you too, before I leave for the day, I actually put on Guard on the bottoms of my feet. I just use the touch roller. So this is On Guard, really great protective blend. I can't tell you like how amazing it was at keeping me well this school year. So definitely goes on the bottom of my feet, and I continue that through the summer. So it's not just about staying well in the school year. It's about continuing to make sure my immune system is ready for what it needs. So using that daily on the bottoms of my feet. And then I also just pick like whatever oil I'm going to use for my personal fragrance that day. So lately I have been really enjoying Magnolia. So I will roll that one on. I rolled it on my wrist this morning, behind my ears. But how I pick my personal fragrance really is just like kind of going through a few of them and just open them up, give a sniff and really just see what you connect with kind of emotionally and physically that day. So that's another great way to get those in routine. And then you're not using all of those chemical kind of personal fragrance things, which is awesome for your body and your wellness. And then as the day goes on, I will oftentimes, if I'm at work, I put something in the diffuser in my office there. I actually take a second dose of just the Microplex VMZ at lunchtime. There's a couple other supplements that I take. I actually fill a capsule with copaiba, turmeric, pink pepper, and DDR prime, which is kind of the combination that I have found to be super supportive for just cellular level health. And so I tend to take that one at lunchtime. And then sometime in the afternoon, like if I'm feeling like I need to like have a boost of energy, that sort of thing, I might change up what's in the diffuser. Putting in like mints and citrus together is really helpful for that energy boost in the afternoon. And then at night, I take my PB Assist, which is our probiotic. So I take that one at night just because that's worked best for me. You can actually take it whenever you feel it works in your routine, but that has really worked well for me. I just kind of have that mindset of like rest and digest, and that works for me. So that's when I take that one. And then at night, I put Serenity and Breathe in our diffuser most of the time. Sometimes I try to switch it up and play around with things, but I always go back to those two. And that really just helps open the airways and really helps for restful sleep. And then I also put a couple of drops of Balance straight from the bottle. It already has fractionated coconut in there. And so I just put a couple drops on my hand, rub that in, rub the bottoms of my feet, and ready for bed. So that's kind of my day in a nutshell as far as like what routines I use for oils and supplements and some of those swap products that we really want to make sure that we are getting in routine so that we can stay well. So, just because I'm using those things, it doesn't mean that you need to replicate that and use that. I really want you to see that you can just kind of fit these into your routine, how they make sense to you. So I just kind of talked about like doing mine, what I do in the morning and what I do in the afternoon and then what I do in the evening. Those things are pretty consistent. And then wherever, if I have certain things going on, like a scratchy throat or, some allergy symptoms, something like that, then we'll just, add in whenever we need that. But if you can get some of these things into a daily habit, you're really going to start to notice the most benefit from them, and you're really going to see that it's worth the effort of like trying to figure out where it fits into your life. So I hope that was helpful information. If you guys have any questions, please reach out to me. I'm happy to really help you think through your routine, and I'd be glad to even like sit down and kind of go through a wellness consult with you and kind of put those things into play for you if that's something that's helpful. So just reach out. You can jump over to sbellwellness.com and you can find all my contact information there. I'm over on Facebook and Instagram too as SBell Wellness, so I hope that you will join me over there. And I hope that you're having a great week so far, and I will see you all soon. Take care.